What's going on, everyone? It's the Halfback here. I hope you're all good and welcome back to another episode of Rising Above Adversity, AFC Bournemouth. Of course, today I've got for you the second leg of our Europa League first knockout round tie against Dnipro. The first leg ending in a 0-0 stalemate. If you didn't catch that episode, I'll pop a link in the description as usual and you can go and check that one out. But there's been one game, as I said in the previous episode, between that game and this one. We played Chelsea at home, drew 0-0, which is a very good result, obviously, against Chelsea. But that kind of leaves the table as it was in the previous live com. We're still 13th, so no change there. But we're one step closer to safety. Now, you can see we're still 9 points clear of the drop zone, with now 10 games to play. So hopefully, in the next few weeks or the next couple months, we can kind of secure our place in the Premier League for next season. But another bit of interesting news that I've got for you, and I actually forgot to mention it in the last episode, is this one. If I just quickly get it up for you, I can't even spell takeover. What is going on? There we go. That's how you spell it. Takeover approach. Now, I got this news in the day of the Dnipro first leg game. Obviously, as I said, I forgot to mention it to you guys, and I'm still saying, obviously, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I'm gonna stop saying it. I'll get there. But anyway, takeover approach. So I got this news that we could be subject to a takeover bid with our owner Maxim Demin, the Russian, looking to possibly move on. Obviously, I've said it. I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah. So I've not had any more news, on this. That was just I've had that one news item about it. So we could possibly get taken over, which would be quite interesting. I would be kind of against maybe a tycoon takeover. I've actually never had one when I've been managing a club, when I've been managing a club in Football Manager. But hopefully it's not like a tycoon takeover. That would kind of ruin the save, in my opinion, and make it too easy. But it'll be interesting to see how that one develops. But let's shift our focus back to the second leg against Dnipro. This is the team sheet for today. Again, I've changed the system. It's kind of been enforced on me. You remembered Riviere got injured in the last game. He's out for, how long is he out for? 8 to 12 days with a twisted knee. You can see we've got a lot of players injured. Matt Ritchie got injured against Chelsea. He's out for a few days, but all these players, Steve Cook, who's also been out injured for a few weeks, Harry Arter, they're all on their way back to fitness. Kuka, Jimenez, they're still just coming back from injury. So we've got all these players coming back soon, but that's kind of left us short in numbers for this one, and it's forced me to play Isla as a right winger on a wide midfielder, and also Brian Oviedo on the left wing, two fullbacks of course. So they're going to have to do a job out wide, and hopefully they can do that. I'm sticking with the same mentality and team shape for this game from the first leg against Dnipro. Hopefully it will work for us. A 0-0 draw is always a dangerous scoreline in a first leg tie. One goal from Dnipro puts us in a really difficult position. But I'm hopeful that the home advantage will count in this one. It'll be interesting to see what kind of team Dnipro play. Of course, they were a little bit unlucky in the first leg. Remember, they hit the post twice, and they're actually playing the same system as us. So they're matching our system for this game. But yeah, they hit the post twice in the first leg. We actually came close as well. Matt Ritchie hit in the post. So there was chances in the game in difficult conditions. It was actually snowing in that game. But I'm a little bit nervous. Of course, it would be huge if we could progress to the next round of this. Let me bring down the highlight speed. Yeah, we'll leave it on that. But yeah, it would be huge if we could progress as Will Keane floats in the free kick there. Ole Christian plays it back to Will Keane. Andrew Sermon on the ball. Can he find a pass? He does. Callum Wilson's really been struggling of late. Hasn't found the net, and I can't even remember how many games it is now, but it's been a while since he's actually scored. I think the last time was in the 4-3 win at Stoke. So that's been a pretty long time for Callum Wilson's, by Callum Wilson's standards. Our top striker, really. I mean, Will Keane has kind of started to shine as well for us, as Kalinic has a shot parried away by Artur Buric. But yeah, Will Keane's really impressed in recent months, kind of overshadowed Callum Wilson. But hopefully Callum Wilson can start to come into sort of form towards the end of the season. Had an incredible season last year. Scored, I actually forgot how many goals he scored. I think it was in the 30s, 30 something goals last season. He's done well in the Premier League, to be honest. But is there a sending off coming here? Sozulia is being called by the referee, but he gets a stern telling off as the highlight will continue. So possibly a chance coming. Oviedo on the ball, plays it out wide to Sean Kavanagh, the young Irish left back to Oviedo. The two fullbacks linking up down that left wing. Danny Wilson with a poor pass there, and we've left us short at the back now. We're really in trouble. If a good ball comes in here, we're in danger. It is a good ball, and Matheus, the Brazilian, I believe, at the far post, is there to tap it home. And that leaves us in a quite precarious position because, of course, Dnipro have got that away goal and they take the lead on aggregate also with that goal. Half an hour gone in the game. Another ball whipped in there by Yama. We need to try and regain possession. You can see we've got a lot of men back defending there. But if we can regain possession, we've got some options. Callum Wilson's pacing behind should cause some problems. But they're passing it around very nicely at the moment, just keeping the ball, not looking to get forward too quickly, being patient with it, kind of trying to find the gaps as Kalinic gets the ball, turns on it, passes it to Luis Adriano, who's offside. Luis Antonio, sorry, not Adriano. But Dnipro have been the better side, definitely, in this first half. Ball pumped up to Mauricio Isla, though. Can he get a pass? And he does. Will Keane is there. He hasn't got too many options, and he ends up running into the Dnipro player there. The ball pumped forward. Kalash will deal with that comfortably, and hopefully we can start to build an attack. We've not shown too much going forward just yet. You can see Dnipro have had a lot more shots than us, so we need to kind of put our stamp on the game. We're at home, so I was hoping that home advantage would be in our favour as Callum Wilson hits the woodwork. I've said he's been struggling for goals of late, and he does well there to get him behind the defence. Nice ball played in by Will King, but he hits the woodwork. But good signs. We need to start pushing forward in this second half though, so I might change the mentality of our team. Do I want to go attacking at half time? I mean, we don't want to start throwing too much at it. No, I'm going to do it. Why not? Let's take a risk. We're going to go attacking. We've got to find 2 goals for sure in the second half with that away goal from Dnipro. So, there's no point sitting back any longer. Let's try and go for it. I'll also set the team shape to a flexible. And hopefully, we can get a goal within the next 10 minutes would be ideal. As we have the ball through Artur Buric. He pumps it up to Mauricio Isla. Seems to be playing the ball to Mauricio Isla quite a lot there, Boric. But Dnipro on the ball. Kalinic, good tackle by Sermon, but it comes back straight to the Dnipro player. Luis Antonio plays to Sozula into Kalinic. They're really passing it around nicely, and the ball is played through our 2 centre-backs to Roman Zazulia. And that's a 2-0 lead for Dnipro, and at this point, it's looking like we're about to exit the Europa League. Of course, if we do go out at this stage, it's been a fantastic campaign, whatever way you look at it. We wasn't expected, as I said in the last episode, to get to this stage. So to get here, I'm really pleased, but I'm going to make some changes in the hope of kind of turning this around, but I really haven't got any options. You can see all the players that are not fit at all. So there's actually nothing I can do. There's really nothing I can do. Kalas is actually having a shocker. I'm tempted to kind of bring him off. But with 20 minutes left, I'm just going to let it play out. See if we can pull one back. But we need to score 3 goals now. It's looking highly unlikely that we're going to progress to the next round. Dnipro is always going to be a tough task. They're a good side, especially, in the Europa League. In real life, they've shown that. Luis Antonio with the shot goes just wide. But comparing ourselves to a side like Dnipro, we're just not at that kind of level. It is our first season in Europe, so we're still very inexperienced at this level. We have a couple of players that have played at this level. You can think of Isla, well, not a lot really, just Isla, who's kind of played in Europe. Maybe Boric as well. So we're not experienced at this level at all. And the full-time whistle is about to come down on this second leg, just seconds to go. That will be it for our campaign in Europe this season. We've done very, very well to finish top of our group ahead of AC Milan. You know, it's been a good campaign, but that will be the end of our European journey this season. Of course, we won't be in Europe next season. You know, we got knocked out in the Capital One Cup semi-final, and we will not qualify for our league position. But that's Europe. That's Europe over for Bournemouth for this season. But hopefully, you know, it won't be too long before we get back into Europe. Yeah, if you did enjoy this episode, please do leave a thumbs up. I'll look at the fixtures actually before I wrap up this episode. So we've got Norwich coming up in the league next, away from home. These next, you know, 3 fixtures are really big. Of course, Arsenal, we wouldn't be expected to get any points there. But then we've got Watford at home, another big game. I'm not quite sure when I'll come back. I'll probably leave a bit of a gap in between this episode. I kind of want to fast forward to the end of the season, but we're still in that kind of midst of relegation, so some still important games to come back to. But I'll let, obviously, you guys will see which game I'm back for. But again, as I said just a few minutes ago, or a minute ago, if you did enjoy this episode, please do leave a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. If you're not subscribed to the channel just yet, and you enjoyed this episode, and if you've enjoyed other episodes, please do subscribe to the channel. It's been the Halfback, and I'll catch you guys in a bit.